That's great. I should have done that. I should have done
Well,
that.
it was still $8 for a bowl.
Yeah. Well, good sushi's not cheap.
No.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, I love sushi.
This place apparently had a bunch of sakis that aren't available anywhere.
Sorry guys, this is the best way to get attention to the IGDA.
I didn't know about this.
I guess so. Of course, Ernest said he was
I don't know. I can't see you. Feels like about a kilo. I gotta stand up, guys.
We have a little chair. Randy, can we get one of the little chairs? Hold on, Ernest, I'm working on it.
We'll get you a chair.
Yeah, that would be good.
Just a chair.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't really think I can do this. I need this. I don't really think I can do this with all these hats on top. Thank you. Okay. Yes, thank you. Okay. So, podium, that's cool. They're all over there. Yes. Go ahead, toss me one.
I will get you yours. Oh, smart.
Okay. So, here is what this is about. My name is Ernest Adams. I am, with Dave Walker and the help of numerous other fabulous volunteers, the founder of the International Game Developers Association. Yay! And also sometime part owner of this event long ago. This year, for the first time in 21 years, they turned down my speaking proposal. So for the first time in 21 years. But I'm not bitter. No. I decided instead of giving an authorized talk, I would give an unauthorized talk.
Yay!
And a flash mob is a lot more fun way to do it. So I'm not going to give a whole lecture, because you're not going to stand still for that long. I wouldn't want to interfere with any other lecturers. And I know the experimental gameplay workshop is coming up, which we're all going to go to, right? So, instead, I'm going to read you a short prose poem. Do not flinch, do not run away. This poem is called My Perfect Game. And I'm going to try to do it from memory, but I may have to cheat. My perfect game contains no villainous thugs or evil overlords. Defeating an evil overlord was the adolescent fantasy of a generation ago. Being an evil, My perfect game contains no villainous thugs or evil overlords. Defeating an evil overlord was the adolescent fantasy of a generation ago. Being a villainous thug is apparently the adolescent fantasy of today. I am not an adolescent and my needs for fantasy have changed. My perfect game contains no snarling, semi-naked vixens in skin-tight, leather-wielding breasts and swords of improbable dimensions. My perfect game contains instead fully naked dryads who peep at me shyly from behind the trees that are their homes, and when I have lured them out, come to sit beside me on the grass and read me verses from Shelley in voices that resound gently like silver bells. My perfect game is a wander through the woods in autumn, a ramble over hillsides beneath a sky of storm. Sunlight breaks through the clouds and ruinous stone circles rise from the earth to speak ancient magic to me. in cloaks and sandals with eyes the color of the sea, tell me tales of hunting the walrus on the shores of ultimate Tula. We play games of Kuk and Nefertafel beside the driftwood fires in the gathering dark. And we drink the aqua vitae made by the monks of Lindisfarne. Then, as the stars grow brighter, I unfold my wings and sweep aloft, dancing through the canyons of the clouds, whirling and rejoicing in the chill night air, and traveling over the twinkling lights of the cities of men. South I glide to play Senate with young Tutankhamun and Mancala with Shaka Zulu. I debate philosophy with Solomon for a laugh. But in my perfect game, I prove to be wiser than he is, and he gives me spices and cloth of gold. I load the spices and cloth of gold upon my robo-camel, fire up the steam engine, and we trek with a clank and a clatter across the Euphrates and into Persia. And there I wager all the spices and cloth of gold on a single game of shatranj with a court magician in the court of Darius the Great. I have to teach him the rules, because shatranj will not be invented for another 1,000 years. But in my perfect game, I win. And so in order to pay his bet, the court magician has to turn my robo-camel into a real camel and set her free. And so laughing, I steal a horse from Darius's royal stables, and we ride like the wind to Samarkand, where we learn to play polo together. And I trade the spices for a palace with 1,000 fountains and a personal spacecraft that requires no fuel. And from time to time, I invite Kublai Khan to have coffee with me and petit fours and play a game of Go. And we have a good laugh at the expense of that junky Coleridge. But after a while, I realized that I owe it all to him, that romantic junkie poet, because Samuel Taylor Coleridge invented the willing suspension of disbelief. My favorite game, my perfect game, is not a dungeon of darkness and pain. It is a garden of earthly delights. My perfect game is filled with mystery and wonder, not blood and suffering. My perfect game is easy. My perfect game is beautiful. My perfect game is joyous. Thank you for coming. That is the first and only Ernest Adams talk here. And you're now very welcome to come and talk to me, join the IGDA, go about your business, whatever. Thank you all so very much.